night sky was missing the moon. Hey, tubers! Didn't realize you guys are there watching me. Sorry, you kind of busted in while I was singing. You know, you should knock first, you know, before you come on in here like that, you know? At least knock before you come busting in my home like this. Alright, guys, 3 beer minimum here. Tonight, guys, I got you guys not a reaction, but a little story about some shit that goes on in my house or has gone on in my house. And it's all the truth. You know, you can say, oh, bullshit, I don't get, he's just an alcoholic drunk. I don't care what you say. I'm going to tell you guys a story tonight about the truths of things I've experienced right here in this home. Now, I'm going to walk away real quick and walk around. It's going to be silent while I do this because the microphone is back here in my office, and I don't have a microphone here on the camera I'm going to walk around with, but give you guys a quick little tour here. This is the 3 beer minimum pad, all right? This is a spare bedroom if you can still hear me. That's my bedroom, my dog. If you can still hear me, I'm still talking. Weird. If you can still hear me, hold on. Go downstairs. Turn the lights off. Alright, kids, so we're back in the office again. That one room you saw with the ducks and stuff on the wall, that's going to be my studio soon. I'm going to move back down there. Anyway, when I bought this house, I was told by a clairvoyant friend of mine that somebody had died here, and they were still here. And they'll be here for a while, but not forever. They had unfinished business. I was like, bullshit. Nah. Well, sure enough, one day, sorry, COVID. One day I'm out there in the dining room and I'm cleaning the floors. And there was carpet down at the time. And I'm vacuuming the carpets. And I just feel this warm presence come over me. It's like a warmth, like someone just starts kind of blowing a heater on you. Okay, now it's got goosebumps all on my arms, and it's just like, you know, let's say you close your eyes, you go to a doctor's office, sit down, and you can just kind of feel somebody sit down next to you. That's what it was. I could just feel that there was somebody there next to me, approving what I was doing. Let's back up a story. Okay, we'll get back to that one. Let's go ahead and back up. So, when I first moved in here, of course, one of the first things you do when you move into a house is you make it your home. Okay, you go hang shit on the walls. You bring furniture in. You know, you start moving things around, painting things and all that. Well, I'm over here. I'm in the room that's over here. I didn't show you that. Let me show you. That's my little boy's room right now. Let me show you that one. We had a nice size house here. I'm not privileged. I don't know all this stuff. I'm in this room here, okay? You guys can still hear me. I'm in this room here. Yeah, he's sick. Shut up. So, I'm in that room there, and I'm hanging stuff up on the walls, and my oldest son, who turns 23 on Sunday, that was his bedroom at the time. He was, he was like 9 or 10 years old at that point. So we're we're hanging stuff up, and we just bought the house. It was April 4th. We just moved in here, and we go out and get something to eat. We come back, and we want to continue what we're doing. So I go back into that room, and I'm looking for the hammer. I had a hammer and a screwdriver, and because I was screwing things in, for curtains and whatnot, and I was hanging pictures and stuff on the wall, or just nonsensical stuff. He's a 9-year-old boy. What the hell do you want on the walls, Pokemon. But anyway, so I come back and I'm looking around like, where the fuck my hammer go? Where the fuck's my hammer? And I'm noticing like everything is straightened up. I'm like, why is everything straightened up? This is weird because we just moved in. Things are already arranged that we didn't even arrange yet. But I'm looking for the hammer. I'm not really noticing all that until afterwards. And I'm like, hon, where's the hammer at? You left it in Jake's room up on the dresser. It's not there. Did you take it? No, I didn't take it. It was in Jake's room on the dresser where you were hanging the Pokemon on the wall. So I'm like, that's where it should be. So I'm going all over this fucking house, okay? 3,000 square foot of fun. Walking all over the place. Where the fuck's the hammer at, Now, mind you, back in my other house, I still had a Middle River. At the time, I hadn't sold it yet. I had 2 houses at the time. I had another hammer there. But where's the hammer I brought here? So I'm looking and looking and looking and looking and looking and looking. I'm getting upset. I'm thinking like somebody moved the goddamn hammer. So I'm like, hon, where'd you put the hammer at? I told you I didn't touch it. And then I stand still and I just kind of walk in a circle. And then I hear this. It's in the kitchen in the junk drawer where it belongs. Hon, did you hear that? Huh? What? Did you hear that voice? Huh? I didn't hear anything. You drinking again? Yeah. Anyway, but I heard it out loud. As clear as you can hear me. I know I'm blowing some of y'all's ears out. I'm sorry. I don't care. Actually, I'll even turn the mic gain down just a little bit here. But I'm clear as you can hear me. I heard, it's in the kitchen in the junk drawer. Well, the room I'm sitting in now at the time was my daughter's bedroom. And I go ahead and I peek in this room here. I said in the kitchen, Jason. Wait a minute, what? Huh? What? So, yeah, this voice knew my name. At the time, it was Jason. Now it's 3 Bear Minimal. That's my legal name. It's on my driver's license. And I'm just like blown away. I walk to the kitchen, and one of the first things you do when you buy a place, you got to dub one of the kitchen drawers as your junk drawer. The first drawer when you walk into that kitchen is the junk drawer. And I open that first drawer, and sure enough, right there in front of the drawer, well organized by the way, was my red hammer and my yellow screwdriver. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? I would never put my hammer in a drawer. It goes either in my tool bag or in the back of one of my Jeeps, or it's going to go down the shop in my tool chest. I would never put a hammer in a freaking drawer. One, because most drawers in the kitchen just got that little piece of a freaking press board in the bottom, and too much weight just pushes the damn thing out if you got cheap drawers. Yeah, cheap drawers. Michael Jackson loved cheap drawers. Funny. But anyway, so I am just completely dumbfounded. I'm like, all right, this is too freaking weird. I gotta walk outside. I gotta meet the neighbors real quick. I gotta talk to my neighbor. So I go next door to my neighbor Joe. I'm like, hey Joe, come here. We're just getting to know each other. And I told him the story about what just happened. And he goes, wait a minute, do that voice again? It's in the kitchen in the junk drawer where it belongs. And he goes, oh man, that's, and he said her name. I don't need to put out her name, make she rest in peace. He goes, she was forever on her husband's ass, the man who used to live here, on his ass. He'd come in the house all the time with tools in his pocket or screws, and she was forever putting his tools in that damn junk drawer, the first drawer in the kitchen. And he hated it. But that's where she was forever putting stuff. And because apparently she was a neatnik. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what? So that was that was pretty weird. But you know, it is what it is. You know, and there's been other times. All right. My phone's giving me a message. Close. Hold on. So there's been other times where I've come home to this house and the entire place is cleaned spotless. I'm talking head to toe spotless. You got two little kids running around the house. You got handprints on the walls and shit. I've come home and this place has been like somebody took a magic eraser, cleaned the entire house, put everything where it goes, did the laundry, folded the sheets, put fresh sheets on the bed, dusted everything, and made everything nice, neat, and tidy. Well, it turns out the woman who used to live here was an absolute neatnik. And I tell you what, I grew to like that, you know. Hey, I don't mind cleaning. We don't mind cleaning around here. I try to run a clean ship. But when you come home to an absolutely spotless house and you ain't paying for maid service, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Don't get me wrong. But there's been other times where, at the time when my kids lived here, I told them, hey, you know, there is somebody else here in this home, guys. I mean, don't be afraid. If you happen to feel like a presence or whatever, don't be afraid of it. And they're like, no, Dad, you're crazy. You're crazy. No, Dad, you're crazy. And at that moment, I started feeling the presence come over me. You know, I felt it. And I looked at both my kids, and the daughter had goosebumps all down her arm. And I'm like, you can feel it right now, and you're denying it. And they both walked out of the room, just thought I was crazy. Not nuts, guys. I'm not nuts. You know, I'm nutty, but I'm not nuts. There was another time I came back, and in my bathroom, there is a marble threshold in the doorway, and it was cracked. Well, something happened; it got cracked or whatever. I'm like, well, shit, you know, I can't get this exact piece of marble anymore. You can get them where they're kind of tapered off, but this one was different. It had really, really like almost rounded corners on it. And funny thing is, I went out to my shop, because I was out working in my shop every day. I do small engine repair. And I'm out in my shop. And one day, on my workbench, turns up a brand new piece of marble, absolutely cut to fit perfectly in my bathroom doorway. Now, you tell me it ain't some weird shit. I've been out in that shop 1,000 times. I've cleaned my desk off out there 1,000 times. I come out there, locked door, by the way, locked garage door, and there's a piece of marble on my desk, already cut to fit into my bathroom threshold. You tell me that ain't weird. You know, I've had numerous occasions where people will come here and like, what was that? You know, and now lately, every night around 10:45, so we got about an hour before it happens, I'll go back, lay in bed, be sitting there doing something. I got 4 dogs. When 4 dogs start lighting up and barking at nothing, at the same time every night, it gets kind of weird after a while. I've grown to accept it, but for those of you out there that are kind of like skeptics, oh, ghosts don't exist, spirits don't exist, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, I've experienced it firsthand. I've experienced it. I've felt it. I've seen the silhouette of someone standing there. And It's nothing to be afraid of, Accept it. As they say, energy cannot be created or destroyed. So when someone dies, they have energy that runs their body, their mind, their soul. It has to go somewhere. And I believe it either passes on to another plane or it stays here for as long as it wants. And this lady has stayed here for quite some time. And I'll tell you, there was quite a few years where it just, poof, it went away. And my clairvoyant friend, well, not anymore. That's another story for one day, where they just kind of went psycho on us on vacation, and I had to drive home from Key West. But I ain't getting that right now. So when he told me she's going to be here for a little while, but not forever, she's going to move on. She moved on. But ever since lately, when I've had this, I've had my 6-year-old around the house here. That's another story for you, but I might keep that one kind of personal. He's been saying to me lately a lot, Dad, is there a ghost in this house? This chair keeps moving. I keep moving the chair here, and it keeps getting against the wall over here. I said, well, maybe the dogs are jumping up in the chair, and pushing it over that way. Well, Dad, if the dogs were jumping up into the chair, don't you think it would push it against the back wall, not the side wall? I'm like, for 6 years old, you're pretty freaking smart. You're probably right. And then I told him these stories. And he's like, I have in my room felt somebody else there with me. I've felt this. Like somebody's there, but they're not. And is what it is, man. Because his room is where the lady died. 3 bear minimum, I'm out.